One password. $1 billion. One dead man. Or was he? This is the billion-dollar crypto mystery. December 2018. A hospital in India. A young man is dying. His name is Gerald Cotten. He is only 30 years old. He owns the biggest crypto company in Canada. In 1 year, more than $1 billion moved through his hands. And Gerald has a secret. Only he knows the password, the secret word that opens all that money. Nobody else knows it, not his wife, not his workers, nobody. So when Gerald dies, the password dies with him. Millions of dollars locked forever. Or is it? Because months later, investigators open his digital safes, and they find something nobody expected. Learner welcome. Welcome to True Crime English. Listen slowly. Read the words on the screen. Today's story has 10 special words. Can you find them all? Let's begin. Gerald Cotten did not look dangerous. He looked like a friendly student. He wore glasses. He smiled a lot. He spoke softly. Gerald was born in Canada in 1988. He grew up in a normal family in a small city. As a boy, he loved computers. He was very smart with them. While other kids played outside, Gerald studied how money moves online. But reports say he learned something dangerous very young. As a teenager, Gerald ran money games on the internet. People sent money to a stranger online. That stranger was Gerald, and the money disappeared. Nobody caught him. Remember this, it will matter later. Gerald also had a health problem, a disease in his stomach. It hurt him for years. Remember this too. Gerald studied business at a university in Toronto. He finished in 2010. Then he found something new, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital money. It lives on computers, not in banks. Back then, buying Bitcoin in Canada was slow and difficult. Gerald saw a door, and he walked through it. In 2013, Gerald started a company with a business partner. The company's name was QuadrigaCX. It was a crypto exchange. An exchange is a place where people buy and sell. On this exchange, people bought and sold digital money. Customers arrived fast. A customer is a person who pays a company for a service. Soon, Quadriga had thousands of customers. They trusted Gerald. He was calm. He was polite. He answered questions online, like a friend. But his partner had a secret too. Reporters later learned the partner had a criminal past. He had even changed his name. 2 men, 1 exchange, a mountain of other people's money. What could go wrong? Everything. Gerald's system had 3 steps, and it worked for 5 years. Step 1. Build trust. Quadriga was fast. It was easy. It looked safe. In Canada, buying Bitcoin was hard. Quadriga made it simple. Customers sent real money in. They bought digital coins. The exchange took a small fee from every trade. Everyone was happy. Quadriga grew and grew. Step 2. Control everything alone. By 2016, the other directors left the company. Now, Gerald Cotten was the only boss. Think about this. Quadriga had no real office. It had no accounting team. A company holding millions of dollars, and nobody checked the books. Gerald ran everything from one laptop at home. The customer's money lived in digital wallets. A wallet is a place where you keep money. A crypto wallet is the same thing, but on a computer. Quadriga's biggest wallets were cold wallets. Cold wallets are not connected to the internet. They are like a locked safe. And who had the password to that safe? Only Gerald. Step 3, the dark step. Use the customer's money like your own. Gerald made fake accounts on his own exchange. He gave these fake accounts fake money, money that did not exist. Then he traded this fake money against his real customers. When Gerald won, he kept real money. When Gerald lost, the customer's money paid for it. He also moved customer money into his own pockets. The customers saw numbers on their screens. The numbers looked fine. Their wallets looked full. But behind the screen, the money was walking out the door. Here is the painful part. The customers could not see any of this. They trusted the exchange. They trusted the friendly man with the glasses. And in 2017, that trust exploded into gold.
2017 was the golden year. That year, Bitcoin went crazy. Its price jumped from about $1,000 to almost $20,000. Everyone wanted to buy, and in Canada, everyone bought on Quadriga. In 1 year, over $1 billion in Bitcoin was traded on Gerald's exchange. Say it slowly with me. $1.2 billion. The exchange took a fee from every single trade. Money rained on Gerald Cotten. And Gerald spent it. He bought houses across Canada. He bought a boat. He bought a small airplane. And here is a funny detail. He never learned to fly it. He traveled the world in luxury. 5-star hotels, first-class flights. Nobody asked questions. Why would they? Gerald was a star. He was young, rich, and successful. In 2018, he married his girlfriend, Jennifer. Life looked perfect. The customers were happy too. Their money was safe, they believed. It was sitting in those famous cold wallets behind Gerald's password, like gold in a bank. But that is what everyone believed. But one small document was waiting. A new will, a paper that says who gets your money when you die. Gerald signed this will on November 27, 2018. He gave everything to his wife. He even left $100,000 for his 2 small dogs. 12 days later, Gerald Cotten was dead. Keep listening, because now the mystery truly begins. The trouble started before anyone died. In 2018, Bitcoin crashed. Prices fell and fell. Now the customers wanted their money out. But something strange happened. The money came out slowly, very slowly. Sometimes it did not come out at all. Then a bank froze millions of dollars connected to Quadriga. The bank said, "We do not understand whose money this is." Customers complained on the internet. "Where's our money? Why is it so slow?" And here is how strange things became. Banks did not want to work with Quadriga at all. So how did some customers get paid? Envelopes. Real envelopes full of cash sent through the mail across the country. Think about that. A modern crypto exchange worth millions, paying people with paper envelopes. This was not a normal company. Deep inside, Quadriga was already breaking. And then came December 2018. Gerald and Jennifer flew to India. It was their honeymoon, the holiday after a wedding. They also planned to open a home for children there. On December 8th, they arrived at a beautiful luxury hotel in the city of Jaipur. But Gerald felt sick. His stomach hurt. That night, the couple went to a private hospital. Doctors said it was his old stomach disease. His body got worse very fast. His heart stopped. Doctors started it again. Then it stopped again. On December 9th, 2018, Gerald Cotten died. He was 30 years old. His death was official. Death is the end of a life. The hospital confirmed it. The papers were signed. Now here's the shocking part. Quadriga said nothing. Pause 1 second. For more than a month, the company stayed silent. Customers kept sending money in. They had no idea their exchange had no boss. On January 14, 2019, Quadriga finally announced the death. And panic exploded. 76,000 customers were owed about $190 million. Say it slowly. $190 million. And all of it was missing. Missing means lost. Nobody can find it. Only one man knew the password. Pause 1 second. And that man was in a grave. What do you think the investigators found inside the cold wallets? Think for 3 seconds. Pause 3 seconds.
The investigation began. An investigation is a careful search for the truth. Police started working. Courts started working. A big audit company was given one job: find the wallets, open them, return the money. The experts followed the digital footprints. Crypto leaves footprints. Every coin, every move, it is all written on computers forever. Week by week they got closer. Finally they found them, the famous cold wallets, the wallets behind the dead man's password. They looked inside. Empty. Empty means nothing inside. The wallets were empty. The wallets were empty. Not locked, not frozen, empty. And here's the detail that changed everything. The wallets had been empty since April 2018. That's 8 months before Gerald died. Think about what this means. The story said the money is locked because the password died with Gerald. But the money was not locked. The money was already gone. It left while Gerald was still alive. So where did it go? In June 2020, Canada's financial investigators gave the answer. Their report was cold and clear. Quadriga was a fraud. A fraud is a lie built to steal money. Gerald ran the exchange like a Ponzi scheme. Old customers were paid with new customers' money. It was a circle of lies. The report counted the damage. About $115 million died in Gerald's fake trading against his own customers. Another $28 million was lost gambling on other exchanges, and millions more paid for the houses, the boat, the airplane. The report said it simply. This was an old trick wrapped in new technology. The friendly man with the glasses had been robbing his customers for years, and then, at the perfect moment, just as the money ran out, just as the questions grew loud, he died, far from home, in one day, at 30 years old. Perfect timing, maybe too perfect. One question refused to die. Is Gerald Cotten really dead? Look at the facts. Doctors never examined the body after death. There was no autopsy. The body was prepared and closed very quickly in India. The funeral in Canada was a closed box. Nobody saw his face. And then there's the death certificate. A certificate is an official paper that proves something. Gerald's death certificate had a mistake. His name was spelled wrong. A wrong name, no autopsy, a will signed 12 days before, a man with a history of money tricks, a country far from home. Doubt grew. Doubt is a feeling that something may not be true. Thousands of customers felt this doubt. In December 2019, lawyers for the customers wrote to the Canadian police. Their request was shocking. Open the grave, check the body, tell us, is it really Gerald? The police never did it. Officially, Gerald Cotten is dead. His wife said she knew nothing about the fraud. She returned about $12 million. The customers got back only a small part of their money. The rest is still missing. And the doubt? The doubt is still alive. He wanted to be rich. He became a mystery. So now, I ask you, do you think he is really dead? Yes, no, or maybe? Write your answer in the comments in English. Before you go, did you find all 10 special words? Let's check them together fast. Password, the secret word that opens something. Only Gerald knew the password. Exchange, a place where people buy and sell. Quadriga was Canada's biggest crypto exchange. Customer, a person who pays a company. 76,000 customers lost money. Wallet, a place where you keep money. The cold wallets held the coins, or did they? Death, the end of a life. His death was announced 1 month late. Missing, lost, nobody can find it. $190 million missing. Investigation, a careful search for the truth. The investigation opened the wallets. Empty, nothing inside. The wallets were empty. Certificate, an official paper that proves something. Gerald's death certificate spelled his name wrong. Doubt, a feeling that something may not be true. The doubt is still alive today. How many did you catch? Tell me in the comments. You listened to a true story and you practiced real English. Subscribe for 2 new stories every week. See you in the next case.